I sure do love the smell of cacti gas in the morning. Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is ReNDoG coming at you in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. In the previous episode, we were working on the second retail floor of our brand new glass shop, and in this episode, my friends, we are going to continue to do just that, and hopefully we can get real close to going into business, the glass business, to be more specific. Sit back and relax, my friends. I hope you got something tasty to snack on, something delicious to sip on. I've got a delicious cup of red bush tea from South Africa. Give me 1 second. Ah, there we go. That hits the spot, baby. I'm ready to play some Minecraft. I've been on the server for a couple of hours now, my friends, collecting resources, because that's all I've been doing for the last couple of days on this server, trying to get all of the dyes that we need to create all of the stained glass that we need. And I've just finished cooking up a giant-ass batch of cacti, which is amazing. Let me get some of this in my belly. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all of the awesome comments and ideas that you guys gave me in the previous episode. Man, you guys are really getting into this glass shop project, and I'm so happy to see that you guys are enjoying it. And man, I just hope that we're going to make some diamonds out of this, considering the amount of work we're putting into it. But a lot of you guys had some really sweet ideas for me, and I'm going to talk about a couple of them in today's episode. Now, we have got a ridiculous amount of cactus needs, unfortunately. Cactuses, or cacti green, is used in lime dye, it's used in magenta dye, or cyan dye, excuse me, and it's used in just your plain old green dye. So cactuses, they are driving me crazy. I go to bed at night and all I can see in my mind's eye are freaking fields of cactuses that I've been hacking up for hours upon hours upon hours. But I keep on telling myself, ReNDoG, think about all of the diamonds, think about all of the bling blings, think about how freaking rich you're going to be, and that sort of gets me through it, and I just sort of carry on going. I've also been to the Nether, got myself a ton of quartz, which is amazing. We could probably have enough quartz now to finish off the second story of our retail glass shop over here, which is going to be amazing. Now, I want to talk about a couple of things while I'm doing this, mostly with regards to some comments that I have been reading about this specific project. There have been a few of you guys who have been suggesting that I should use the glass glitch, or sorry, the sand glitch rather, to create an infinite amount of sand instead of heading over to the desert to spend hours upon hours grinding sand and mining it out of the ground. Why don't I just use the glitch and make for myself my own freaking sand right here in our glass factory? Well, I have been thinking about that, but you know what? I've come to the conclusion that I don't really like that idea. I think it's a little bit cheaty. I don't think that I will be doing justice for my customers if I am cheating in glass rather than collecting it by hand. You know, we are going to be charging some pretty expensive prices for this glass, my friends, and I want my customers to feel like they are getting their money's worth, you know? I don't want to just cheat the system and get a whole bunch of cheaty glass and then sell it for ridiculous amounts of diamonds to my fellow hermits. I want them to feel like the prices are going to be worth the effort that I put into it. And let me tell you something, guys, it has been a lot of effort that has gone into collecting all of these resources, and I think that I will feel better as a human being if I am charging a fair price for the artisan glass that we are creating out of this. So I don't really mind either, you know. I don't mind going to the desert and collecting a bunch of glass. I'm actually starting to really enjoy these sort of very grindy things that I have to do in Minecraft these days. I don't know why. It's really relaxing. I think the reason is because before I started the Real Life Hermit project and moved out here to do YouTube full time, I was working in a very demanding job. I was working sort of 8 a.m. till sort of 6:30 p.m. in the evenings, getting home really late, you know, getting home at like 7:30 at night, and then recording and having basically a limited amount of time to create videos, right? And not really having a lot of time to do the grind work, you know, to go to the gravel pit speed mine and spend an hour down there collecting resources, or standing next to a cactus field watching the cactuses grow like a maniac, basically, to harvest them, or spending an hour in the ocean every morning killing squid to get squid juice. I never had the time to actually do those things, and now I do, and man, I really enjoy them. You know, it reminds me every day that I'm doing it of how lucky I am to be doing what I'm doing right now. I guess the grinding is kind of like I suppose it is a reminder for what I have in my life, for what I have achieved, and for what I need to continue to work for to make sure that it doesn't go away, and that I can actually do the grind work. You know, being able to grind in Minecraft is actually a privilege, because it means you have a lot of time in your life to spend grinding, and I'm truly grateful for that. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that sort of, I guess it ties into my justifications for not glitching in glass, or using the glass, or this glass, I keep calling it glass, but the sand glitch, you know, to stay away from those sort of exploits, so that we don't have to cheat the system. You know, we have all the time that we need to spend in those deserts and in those oceans to get the resources that we need. So yeah, hope that makes sense, my friends. But yeah, check it out, man. This page is looking really sweet. Now, I've been getting some really awesome ideas from you guys. I want to talk a little bit more about them. Some of the ideas that stuck out in my mind, I haven't quite settled on exactly what I want to do just yet, but there were some ideas that I really liked that I wanted to share with you guys. Number one, I think we can all agree that the armor stands idea that I had in the previous episode is going to be really sweet, right? A lot of you guys made the same suggestions. In fact, a few of you guys sent me screenshots on Twitter of some builds that you had created in Creative. Thank you guys so much for that, by the way. Those of you guys who sent me those screenshots, they were really inspiring, I gotta tell you, man. I woke up this morning and I saw a couple of them and I was like, damn, man, that is so cool. And yeah, some of those screenshots were showing the use of armor stands down here, and they looked really sweet. And of course, they have to be enchanted armor stands, right? So that the armor is glowing. That sort of adds to a more awesome effect down here. It makes the whole place feel a little bit more premium, I guess. So we're going to experiment a little bit with that today. A few of you guys mentioned water, using some water features down here. A fountain, for example, or perhaps we could have some sort of water flowing down the walls or something like that. You know, when you think about really expensive malls, I'm thinking about like Harrods in London, for example. You have giant water features all over the place, right? And it kind of adds to that premium feel of the shop. I think that's a really good point. So thank you to all of you guys who came up with that sweet idea. What other ideas? Oh yes, one of you guys recommended that we have a place where customers can get free food. And that's also so true. Whenever I go to Harrods in London, which has only been a handful of times when I've gone to get something for my mama dog or something like that, you know, for Christmas, you go into these like expensive perfume shops or these jewelry shops, and you always get like a free scone or a free cup of tea or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty much to, you know, to show you like we don't need your money. You know, we are selling really high quality products here that are for you, for your pleasure, not for our profit. You know, that's what it kind of feels like. And I think that's a really good point. So maybe what we could do is set up like a confectionery stand down here that customers can get like a free piece of cake or something like that. That can be pretty cool, actually. And I think it works quite nicely with our idea that to get down into the second floor of the retail shop, you're going to have to come down like an elevator, and you're going to be kind of trapped down here, right? And yeah, we don't want people to starve to death down here, so I think we'll definitely include some sort of foodage for our customers. But yeah, check at this. This is looking really cool. Right now, I had another idea that I wanted to share with you. Oh my goodness, the sun has gone down and no one on the server has slept. We got Mumbo, Python, and False on the server with us, and no one has hit the hay yet. Oh no, we got 2 zombies incoming. Can we get this night away before they interrupt us? Zombies, please, dudes. Please, dude. No, dude. No. Oh, come on now. Okay, pressing all the wrong buttons. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Panic is setting in. Back up, son. Get wrecked. Right there was the witnessing of a true ReNDoG panic, everybody. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. Let's see if we can actually sleep this night away now. Thank you, zombies, for interrupting me, you bastards. Now, I had a really cool idea for the displaying of this glass, right? We're going to spend a little bit of time today working out how we are going to be displaying our wares here in the glass shop. And I think I've got a little bit of lime stained glass down here. Yes, I do. So check it out, right? And I think we probably want to get a couple of prismarine blocks too. I think I've got them down here. Guys, it's going to be a pretty buildy episode, I guess. Or a talky episode is what Iskal calls them. You know, when you spend a lot of time on camera and you don't do a lot of cuts. And I don't do a lot of those kind of videos in Hermitcraft, but I kind of feel like doing it today, so that's what we're going to do. So check it out, my friends. Here's what I'm thinking, right? This is going to be the way that we are going to display our glass over here. Here's what I'm thinking. Above here, we'll have a prismarine a sea lantern, excuse me, so we can have some light. And then above the chest that is going to be selling this lime-stained glass, why don't we put in a line of lime-stained glass like that, right? Now, chests can open when they are below glass, because glass doesn't count as a full block. So that's awesome. That works really, really nicely. And then at the very top here, I guess, we should probably have some quartz stairs lining the very top of it. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to go back to the nether, aren't I? Yep, spent an hour or so in the nether today also trying to get quartz. But check it out, if we did something like this, right? If we lined this entire top part of the second retail floor with these quartz stairs like this, I think this looks pretty jazzy. Check that. That looks real nice, doesn't it? Yeah, so if you can imagine, each of these chests is going to have what color glass it is selling above it. That'll give our customers a very clear indication of where they can get the different glass colors. Plus, it's going to look pretty cool down here, I think. Now, before we can start laying down the glass for sale, we need to figure out exactly what glass is going to be on the second retail floor and what glass is going to be on the first retail floor. So let's spend a little bit of time doing that, right? There is a marketing strategy behind all of this that I want to take you guys through. Do I have a little bit of all of this glass? Yes, I do. All right, let's get one of each type of glass here. Now, the retail strategy or the marketing strategy that I've got in my mind, these are actually the wrong way around here. I'll take a mental note to fix that. The marketing strategy that I have in my mind, guys, is that on the first floor of the shop, we are going to include all of the glass that is easy to make or that the hermits might not necessarily be interested in purchasing. This forces them to come downstairs to buy the glass that they want, and it forces them to see all of the different types of glasses that they might be able to buy. So down here, we're going to have the premium glass, right? This is going to be the expensive glass. And on the first floor, we are going to have the janky-ass glass. Actually, there's one type of glass that we have left out here, which is plain glass. But you know what, guys? I'm thinking, I don't know whether or not we should sell plain glass. I'd like to get your opinion on this, guys. The reason that I think we shouldn't sell plain glass is because if we sell plain glass, then the hermits can make stained glass for themselves. And there's no reason for them to buy our stained glass, right? So I reckon we should probably keep stained glass out of the shop and just keep it in the factory. And yeah, what do you guys think about that? Is that a little bit too cruel? A little bit too mean? Maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's try and work out, guys, exactly which glasses are going to be on the first floor. So white stained glass, easy to make. That's going to be on the first floor. Gray stained glass, really hard to make. That's squid juice. That's on the second floor. Light stained blue glass, really hard to get because you've got to get orchids from the swamplands. That's going to be on the second floor. Light gray stained glass needs 2 ingredients. So that's on... No, actually, light stained glass is sort of in the middle, I guess. Pink stained glass is really easy to make because you just need peonies, which you can farm. Purple stained glass needs multiple ingredients, so that's on the bottom floor. Orange stained glass in the middle. Lime stained glass is cactus green, so that's going to be on the bottom, I think. Red stained glass is easy to make. Magenta stained glass, you need 2 ingredients. Yellow stained glass is easy to make. Cyan stained glass is on the second floor. That's pretty hard to make. So we've got light gray stained glass and orange stained glass at the top. All right, that feels about right, I guess. So we've got what, 6 at the top and 6 at the bottom. I feel like we're missing some colors here, though, aren't we? Let me quickly check on this. Derp, I'm such an idiot, Cyberdog. Sorry about that, man. I'm sure tons of you were face palming. I left 4 stained glasses down at the bottom, but I've got them now. Green, blue, brown, and black. Now, black is really hard to get because you gotta get squid juice for that. Brown is really easy to get because that's just from cocoa beans. Blue is kinda easy to get because it's from lapis, so we'll put that up there. And green is pretty hard to get because it is from cactuses, obviously. So we need 7 colors up here and and now it's sort of between light gray stained glass and orange stained glass. You know, light gray stained glass is pretty hard to get. You either have to get flowers that only give you one dye when you use them, or you have to mix black and white, I think, to get the light gray stained glass. So that feels about right. So these are going to be our 7 colors up here, right? I think that works quite nicely, and we could probably arrange them in a nice way too. So if we go like white into pink into red into brown into orange into blue, something like that. Yeah, that could do quite nicely. And yeah, that's awesome. So these are going to be the colors that we have got upstairs over here. And downstairs we are going to put all of our expensive colors. And I reckon what we should do is we should get the colors onto an item frame, onto each of these chests over here. And that is going to make it a lot easier for us to see exactly what we are selling. So let me get that sorted out, guys. I'll be back with you in a jiffy. Cyberdogs, I think I done cracked the nut on this one today. I know I said I wasn't going to do any progression in today's episode, but I got a little bit carried away because I think I've stumbled across a marketing formula that is going to get these hermits spending their bling blang something fierce in my glass shop. Have a look at this, guys. Can you notice something a little bit different? What I want you to say is, ReNDoG, the colors of the glass are now popping out of the walls. They're looking really clear and looking really awesome. And I would say to you, yes, my friend, that's exactly what is happening over here. I have switched out the outside windows from lapis blue to light gray. And what that has done is it has made the palette of the first floor of our glass shop white and gray, the primary palette. And that means all of the glass is popping out something fierce, right? Look at this. Look how easily you can differentiate where the different products are in the shop. That is absolutely perfect. Now, I've done a little something downstairs too, which I'm going to show you in a second, but I want you to take note that behind the glass up here on the first floor, we have got spruce logs, right? And at first, I didn't really like that. I wanted to have quartz behind this glass, right? To make the glass color look better. But then what I realized is that upstairs, we have our janky glass, right? So while I want my customers to come up here and buy this glass, I want them to also think, you know what, I think I can get better glass out of the shop. Let's go to the second floor and see if there's more beautiful glass. So they come down to the second floor, and down here is where they see the really beautiful glass, and we are framing the glass on the second floor behind a backdrop of quartz, and that means the colors really pop out, don't they? Well, when there is a light above them, of course. I don't have enough sea lanterns to get it in all over, but that is the marketing strategy, my friends. I think that is going to work out real nice. I've also been working a little bit more down here. Came up with a pretty cool design over here. We've got chiseled quartz in the back there with a sea lantern on top, and then we have again our light stained gray glass panes from upstairs down here. Again, what we want to try and do is make sure that the major palette of our second floor is white and gray, so that the colors themselves are really going to pop out of the walls, and we can already see some shading going on here, the shadows in this little corner over here looking really great. So I think we've got a major potential over here, my friends, to make an exceptionally high quality artisan glass shop that we can charge hermits obscene amounts of diamonds for. It is going to be absolutely sweet. Now, there's one more thing that I want to try out in today's episode, my friends. A suggestion made by quite a few of you Cyberdogs in the previous episode, and that is getting some enchanted armor stands in and around the second floor of the glass shop, and that's what we're going to try and do right now, my friends. Now, I know that there is a spot on this server that has a ridiculous amount of enchanted armor, and that is, of course, Tango's triple mob spawner. So why don't we head over there and see if we can pick for ourselves up some enchanted golden armor, and then what we'll do is we'll stick that enchanted armor onto an armor stand in between the different glass pillar sections on the second floor, and I reckon that's going to look real nice. One of you guys did it in a creative world and send me a screenshot of it, and I really like the way that it looks. However, we're doing this project together, you and me, and we are going to figure it out together, guys. If or not, this is something that we want to do in our glass shop. The one reservation I have about using these armor stands in our shop is that I guess it doesn't really make that much sense. I mean, why is there armor in our glass shop, right? It's kind of confusing. I guess that, you know, in a shop like Harrods and stuff, you do just have these like random statues around the place, right? That definitely does happen. You just have like statues and random stuff of interest, I suppose, is what you would call it, right? So let's see if we can get ourselves a couple full sets of enchanted golden armor. There we go. 2 hats, 2 chest plates, 2 pants, and 2 bootsies. Perfect. And what we can do now is set up a couple of armor stands back in our glass shop, and then you and I are going to take a call on whether or not we want armor stands in our shop or if they don't really make sense. So I tell you what, guys, I will see you back in the shop in 1 second. Feast your Cyberdog eyeballs on this, my friends. Isn't it looking awesome? Oh baby, it is turning out real nice. I got a little bit carried away once again because I wanted to see the wall sort of completed. Got a couple more armor stands set up and I got a few more of these walls in place. This is the most important thing for me to see. And you know what? The more that I look at them, the more that I like them. I think they look really, really awesome. And it's really helping to make the colors pop. Now, there are a few things that I don't like about this. I think we might have to change all of these stairs to quartz, if I'm honest with you, because it's weird that we've got quartz stairs up there and then stone stairs down here, right? It doesn't quite make sense, which means I'm going to have to go spend a long time in the nether. However, I think we've got the general design down to a T over here. I like the armor stands a lot, but you guys let me know, all right? What do you think about the armor stands? Are they cool? Do they sort of match the build? Do they work in here? Should we just get rid of them and try something else? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. But that is looking absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy with the progress that we have made today. Still a ton of work to do, of course. Got to finish all of these walls, got to finish the roof and the floor. We're going to have to turn the floor into quartz or into stone or into both. Who knows? We're going to have to do a bit of experimenting with that, but we're going to get on with that in the next episode. For now, my friends, I'm going to say a goodbye. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and remember, if you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and leave a comment, and of course subscribe if you want to follow the series. Helps me out a lot, and it shows me that I am doing something right in here, guys, when you guys comment or you hit the like button. Okay, I really appreciate it, and thank you. But yeah, that's it from me, my friends. I am going to record a couple more episodes because I am off to DreamHack in Sweden in 2 days. If you're going to be there, I would love to meet you, of course. And when I get back from Sweden, we are going to be getting into Minecraft Survival Season 5 as well as a whole bunch more Hermitcraft. So it's going to be awesome. But yeah, I better get recording. There's still quite a lot of work to do. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. We will smell you all in the next episode.